Hello everyone, and welcome to my brief tour of Reactjo. Today I'm going to show you how to spin up a site just like this one here in just a few minutes of work. As you can see, it has user authentication. Users can log in, they can sign up, sign out, they can post a tweet, they can update and delete that tweet, and they can go to their own profile and update or delete that. Of course, we're not limited to just tweets. Now, it's a microservice web application, meaning it's composed of multiple small services instead of one monolithic one. In this case, one is a backend Django server which talks to the database and creates an API. The other is a front-end Node server which consumes that API and passes the data as props into React, which then renders it for the client. This type of architecture means that if you wanted to create another front-end, like a mobile app for your site, it could seamlessly integrate with the existing database just by consuming the same API. Okay, so if you're following along, you should have all of the requirements installed, and you should be in a virtual environment like me. And if that's the case, then let's go ahead and dive right in. So pip install Reactjo. And the very first command we use is Reactjo rc. And that creates the rc directory as well as the project directory, which I'm going to name demo. Okay, so you see we have a blank demo and a Reactjo rc directory with all of the extensions and configuration. Now it needs both of those to do pretty much anything. So to build out the actual demo directory, we go Reactjo new, and that creates a new project. And I'll call it backend. Will you need user authentication? Well, yes. Will you be deploying this to Heroku? I'm going to say no for now. Now I'll just open up this window a bit. And here's the user model. Now you could add a field, so we're going to do that right now. And I'm going to call it age. And you can see all of the options for field types. So integer seems like a good field type for age, so I'll give it that. And you can see the age field appeared right there. And let's not make any more fields for now. So, customize permissions for users? Yes. Who can view the list of all users? Anyone. Who can view the details of a user? Anyone. Who can create a user? Anonymous. So, you can't sign up if you have already logged in. Who can update an existing user? Only the owner of the profile. Who can delete an existing user? Only the owner. So all of these defaults seem fairly reasonable. And we'll run the database migration now. Would you like to create a super user now? Yes. And we'll name the front end just front end. Okay, as you can see, I traveled through time and it has now completed. So at this point, we can start the servers. So To do that, we need to open two new tabs in the terminal. And in one of them, I'm going to go cd demo front end. And I'll start the front end with npm run dev. Now the other tab, we're going to start the Django server, which means we need to be in the virtual environment. So source env bin activate, and in Windows yours is a little different. cd demo backend, and we have manage py there, so Python. And since I'm already in the virtual environment, I don't have to do Python 3. So Python manage.py run server. And that's the command to start the Django server. So here's the website on localhost 3000. And I can go to users, and it already has my super user listed. So that's not too exciting. We need to add some content, so let's create the tweet model. So we go Reactjo content, or Reactjo C for short. What will you call your model? Well, tweet. Will users own instances of this model? Now we need to make at least one field, so we're going to call this body. And that's going to be a char field. And we'll make it 128. Max length is required for char fields, by the way. Now, I don't think we really need a new field. So the string method is what is going to call the instance when it lists them. So we don't want it to list the owner of each tweet, we want just the body of the tweet. So the default is correct body. So customize permissions for a tweet. Yes. Who can view the list of all tweets? Anyone. Who can view the details of a tweet? Anyone. Who can create a tweet? You have to be logged in, authenticated. Who can update an existing tweet? Only the owner. Who can delete an existing tweet? Well, just to show you how things work, I think we're going to change this to staff. Do you need front-end components? Now, I'm going to restart the server with Control-C and the same command again, both servers, just because things get a little bit sticky if you don't do that after running a database migration. And I'm going to log in, because you have to be authenticated. And over to tweets, and I'll create a new one. And there it is. So now we have the same site you saw at the very beginning. Enjoy!